people, it is Nails by Ra. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. I am getting ready to take you on a story time ride because I am on a road trip. Yeah, that's what we're gonna call this. This is a road trip. And I had this story on my heart that I just really wanted to share and get off of my chest because I am a black nail technician in a field that is dominated by other. So story time. What influenced me most to become a nail technician, and who influenced me most to become a nail technician? Coming up, it was normal for me to see black women doing everything. Black women doctors, black women cooking, black women nurses, even black nail technicians. Just black women making the world go round, period, because that's what we do. We do this. And I had a neighbor, Miss Debbie. I love her to pieces because she seriously inspired me to become a nail technician. Miss Debbie lived at the end of our street, and she converted the front of her house into her nail salon. And I thought that was awesome because I would always see Miss Debbie standing on the porch fanning her nails, or I would see women coming in with no nails and coming out with these beautiful works of art on their fingertips. And that was because of Miss Debbie. Miss Debbie was my first experience with a black nail technician. When I decided to go to school, Miss Debbie was the first person I thought of to ask and get the inside scoop on what I should be doing, how I should be studying, how I get to start my business, just everything to learn about nails I wanted to learn from Miss Debbie, and she was a big help. Even if she didn't think so, she really was a big help because I messaged her out of the blue in my junior year of college. I was in college by now, and Miss Debbie hadn't seen me since I was maybe 7 or 8. So, you know, some years had passed. And when she responded, her response was so eloquent, and I was so thankful that she was able to guide me in this journey, because it certainly is a journey when you become a nail technician. When you become anything, it's a journey. I grew up painting my nails, doing the lead press on nails, and wanting to always have my nails done because I saw my sister getting hers done, my mom, my aunts, my cousins, and I wanted to have my nails done or be able to do nails. I was able to do a French tip and perfect it. I was a stickler about not getting the polish on my cuticles. So when I decided to go to school, I knew this is what I wanted to do. I ended up graduating from high school. I enrolled in college. I attended Damon College in Amherst, New York. And halfway through college, my first semester of my junior year, I started to have cold feet. I didn't know if my degree I was pursuing was what I wanted to do. I just was lost as far as what my purpose was in life, what was my place. And I had also been doing nails in school, you know, just to get my name out there, just to see if it's something I would continue to do after I graduated or at some point in life. So I'm teary-eyed in the registrar's office, crying, writing out my letter to get a leave of absence and get it approved. And when I came home, I told my dad, I said, I just need a break. There's so much going on at home. There's so much going on with me internally. I need a break. I need this time to figure out what I want to do with my life. I'm 20, not even 21 at the time. So I'm having a major pre-midlife crisis, pre-quarter life crisis, if you will. And my father, he's like, okay, baby cakes, all right. So I decided to enroll in nail tech school. I enrolled at Erie Lombosi's Harkness Workforce Center in Cheektowaga, New York. And I had an amazing instructor, and that set a fire, it lit a fire in me, being around women who were like-minded and women who wanted to become licensed nail technicians and eventually own their own salons, or even eventually work in a salon. I fit in that category, and I felt like this was where I needed to be at the time. And the process took 6 months, 250 credit hours, and 2 state board exams, 1 practical and 1 written. 1 written, 1 practical. Took it backwards. You had to take the written before the practical. And something that happened that pushed me to go harder was I was having a conversation with my father one Christmas Eve, and he was talking to me about partying and wasting away and if I was gonna go back. What I took from that conversation was he thought I was going to be a college dropout. And it hurt my feelings. He doesn't know this, but I cried my eyes out that night because my feelings were so hurt that he doubted my abilities. So by the time I had finished, I had to take the written. I knew it hot and cold, and I actually had to take that Christmas Eve the following year, and I passed. And then I got a letter in the mail letting me know that I passed, and then stating what my practical exam was going to be and where it was going to be. I didn't get to pick the time or the place, and if I couldn't make it, I just had to make other arrangements, honey. So I made it. My sister was my hand model, so on one hand I had to do a wet manicure, on the other hand I had to do a dry manicure with 3 enhancements. So that was an acrylic, fiberglass, and a silk wrap. Mind you, no one does the latter 2 anymore. It's just something to help mend your broken nails, but we have to know how to do it. So as I'm doing this, we finally do the manicure, the dry manicure. We're finished with the acrylic. We're finished with the fiberglass. We get to the silk wrap. For whatever reason, I don't know if I had a brain fart or if I just went on vacation for a little bit and zoned out because I knew I had this practical down. And I painted on the resin, and then I went to spritz the activator, and out of nowhere I see smoke rising from the towel, and my sister's looking at her fingers and looking at me like, okay girl, is this gonna burn my fingers off? But I was nervous still. I didn't want to let her see that, and I didn't want the proctor to see that because hell, I'm already in my head freaking out like, oh my god, I'm gonna fail. But I did it. I passed, and I was so happy. I was a licensed nail technician, and guess what, daddy? I went back and finished my degree from Damon College. Not only did I do that, I was still completing internships and also landed a job working in a nail salon. My first nail salon. It was Asian owned, Asian Black American owned. And I'm so thankful for that opportunity because I had taken some time to try and get into the workforce, but it's hard being a person of color wanting to work in a field that is dominated by Asians. And most of the Asian population would only hire within the family. At least that's how it worked back home. I don't know how it works anywhere else, but at least back where I was from, that's how it worked. And when I got the job, I was so thankful. Shout out to the nailery, because that is where I got my start, and that is where I cut my teeth on this salon life. And I was thankful, but also a little taken aback because as I was getting started, there were women who would come in there looking like me, sounding like me, but didn't want me to touch their nails or do their nails. So that it was a tough lesson to learn, but I muscled through it because that's, you know, that's part of life. People are always going to doubt your abilities until you show them. You show them, you get a name for yourself, honey, you don't have to worry about anything. So after that, I had worked there for a while, and then I relocated to Atlanta. And guess what the first thing I did? First thing I did before I got here was transfer my license. I had to transfer my license to Atlanta, state of Georgia, from the state of New York. Now, if you know this, you know that New York and Georgia, as far as licensed nail tech professionals, do not have reciprocity. So reciprocity means that if you are a licensed professional in another state, your license will be good as long as you process your paperwork in another state. However, with nails technician in New York State versus here in Georgia, the qualifications differ. In the state of Georgia, you need 525 credit hours in order to be a nail technician. However, in New York State, you only need 250. So I was shy 275 credit hours after being a nail technician for 6 years. So what I did was I got a letter from my current employer stating how long I worked there, what I had done, when I was licensed, and that I do intend to continue working as a nail technician in the state of Georgia. And I included my degree, I included a copy of my transcripts, my letter stating, and this all had to be notarized, and a letter stating that I was in good standing in the state of New York to practice nails. And I sent it off to Macon, Georgia, to make sure that I had my stuff down. And I did. I ended up getting my license, and then when I finally moved here, I interviewed with a few nail salons, okay? The first one I interviewed with, I had been in contact with this woman prior to moving down, so I thought when I got here, I'd be ready to go. You know, this is awesome. It didn't go out that way, and the salon ended up closing maybe 2 3 months after I moved here. So then the Lord put something on my heart to find another black-owned nail salon. And I have been there ever since. Coca Nails Upscale Salon, located in Smyrna, Georgia. And my first day, my interview turned out to be my first day of work. The owner was like, hey, you want to just stick around and see how the day goes? I'm like, yeah, why not? I'm not doing anything today. I ended up making $200 that day, y'all. $200 on my first day. Now, who says that being a nail technician isn't lucrative? It is. And I've been there ever since. And I love it. I love it. Everything and everything. I enjoy making people feel good. I enjoy making people do good things with their nails. And this person is crazy. Why are they driving like this? Yikes. I might have to edit that part out. These people are nuts. But anyway, that is what inspired me. Make sure you subscribe below and check us out, Nails by Ra, on Instagram, and also check out my blog at www.confessionsoфanailtech.wordpress.com. And I hope to hear from you. If you have questions or would like to share anything, send it on my way at nailsbyra@gmail.com. Peace, love, and light, y'all.